Spy! Stay back, or I'll... Wait! I know you. The Duke's tall, fat-legged vassal from Crowswood! Ha! Well, we're not in Crowswood anymore, Featherless. Go look for shinies somewhere else. Spy! No talking! I know a spy when I see one. The Exarchs of Dross may share meat with featherless giants, but not the Blackfeather Court. In wartime, only spies approach without tribute. Every bird knows that. Tribute! Yes! Shinies for the Duke! We demand a treasure from our enemy! The metal man who shouts at us, Constable Drados! May his tail droop and his wings wither! Snatch up his silver treasure, and then we parley! Go! Perhaps he carries a treasure beneath his clinkety-clanking clothes. Or maybe he hides treasure away in the stone nest called cloisters. That is for you to find out, Featherless. Now go!
Look who's back. Just couldn't turn the key with those birds, eh? Don't be too hard on yourself. At least you've still got all your fingers. I told you they'd ask for something. A silver treasure. Oh, of course! They want my canteen. Those daffy birds sent you after a pewter canteen. Well, they can't have it. Sorry, mate, but I'm not about to give those scavengers anything. No, of course not. But the satisfaction I get from making sure those morons never get what they want, that's priceless. Now that I know they want it, I think I'll toss it in my junk chest back in the cloisters. That'll show them. Look who's back. Just couldn't... I told you they'd ask for something. Fine, but this had better work. If these vermin are still filching our tools and tableware in a week's time, I'll know who to blame.
haven't seen Sophocile yet. Does he ever come out?
He concerns himself with the divine metronome, beyond simple understanding, unheeding of the line motion so many tread upon.
But shouldn't he help look after the city he created?
In silence, we are given mysteries. From mysteries is born curiosity.
Raynor, you let him walk all over you. There's a difference between cordial and compliant.
You told me to play nice with others.
Well, I guess he wouldn't.
Now you
be
complain?
busy being a-
Sorry you had to hear that. Our family feuds aren't usually so dramatic. Raynor always requires a delicate touch, but he's never stormed off before. He hates being on his own. That whole shadow business. I didn't like the way Raynor let that high elf artificer with a dwarven control rod up his arse order us around. My brother didn't deserve to be treated so poorly. I just wish he believed it too. Before I wounded his pride, we were planning to explore this marvelous machine world. He charged off to prove he didn't need my help, and we know how that's going to turn out. I'll let him cool off, but could you make sure he stays out of trouble? What I said to Raynor was pretty harsh, but he can be so infuriating. Look, he might be a brilliant artificer. Unfortunately, he's a terrible dungeon delver. Without me, he's going to get lost or hurt. Just don't mention me when you see him. There are so many intriguing possibilities, I'm not sure which one he tried to tackle first. If I were my brother, I'd start by heading into the radius. We talked about using that gulch with the outflow pipe as a base, so maybe begin there? Like Kwama warriors fighting for the affection of their queen. We're siblings, of course we have arguments. Raynor's a thinker, and I'm all about action. Our differences make us a great team, when we're not engaged in a heated debate. No. Raynor needs some alone time. We both do. No sense starting the same fight all over again. You go talk to Raynor. Help him work things out so we can get back to our usual sibling rivalry. Just don't let him know I sent you.
My steeds are...
You're the hero who defeated Alexandra Canal at Vivek's Antlers.
I haven't seen Sir Facile yet. Does he ever come out?
He concerns himself with the divine metronome, beyond simple understanding, unheeding of the line motions of the metronome.
Did she help look after the city he created?
Kirith doesn't appreciate my contributions to our partnership. She thinks I'd be lost without her. Well, I'll show her. My superior intellect easily outshines her bravado and daring dude. But what brings you out here, my friend? That's a generous offer, but I find your sudden arrival somewhat convenient. Did my sister send you after me? She really does think I'm as helpless as a newborn scrib without her, doesn't she? It's a fascinating place, isn't it? So much to see and learn. People in the Brass Fortress told me about a number of sites. We simply have to go and see them for ourselves. The possible discoveries, they boggle the mind. Shall we go explore? There are a number of locations I want to examine. I added them to your map. Lead on, and I will follow. Don't worry. I'll provide any assistance I can, but I have to admit I'm not much of a fighter. That's more Kirith's area of expertise. Same way as you, I imagine. We were looking for the ruins of Barm's Amshend beneath Mournhold when we came across a tiny city inside a clockwork globe. Needless to say, I knew what it was the moment I saw it. The shrinking made me queasy, though. Stern, physically intimidating. To be honest, she scares the scrib jelly out of me. Did you know she was once an Imperial battle mage? During the Riemann dynasty, while fighting in some war, a spell went awry and threw her through time and space. Eventually, Sothasil found her. She was severely injured, but he restored her using supplemental clockwork body parts. Soul gems power the parts, as with any other enchanted item. She's received so many replacements, she's functionally immortal. She also thinks I'm stubborn, antisocial, and a pain in the nether regions. I admit I acquiesced to Naramo's leadership. He has experience, wisdom, qualities that come naturally to someone of his age. To do less would have been disrespectful. Devaith Fear offered to teleport us out of here when we're ready, so that's one option. I plan to find our own way out, though, just in case. After I prove to Kirith that I'm capable of investigating a site on my own. With your help, of course. I saw this from a distance and was instantly intrigued. There's no rhyme or reason to its function, at least none that I can ascertain. Maybe one day I can return with an entire team. For now, let's move on. What a magnificent monolith! I wonder if the workings extend into the subterranean levels below us. Maybe that's where the true functioning takes place. That's what I've been pondering since making my meticulous inspection of the site. It's a conundrum. Despite what that Slagtown trader told me, I don't see any method for determining what time it is. Kirith suggested, no, I can do this without her. Kirith uses intuition and leaps of logic instead of sound deductive reasoning, but it works for her. More often than not, actually. She thinks the tower is part of a vast underground mechanism that makes the city function. I suppose that makes sense. The resonant sphere. One of Sothasil's minor marvels. Did you notice the perfect symmetry? The total roundness of the form? And the way it reacted to simple, magical impulses? Incredible! If memory serves, the chimes sounded similar to the ones that ring in the brass fortress. Applying magic to the sphere provoked an oral response. Perhaps Sothasil utilizes different frequencies of sound to perform his divine workings. On the other hand, Lord Set might just appreciate good music. Tribunal doctrine strictly defines the consequences of questioning the methods and mechanisms of our living gods. The apostles here in the Clockwork City emulate Sothasil in their own ways. So any questions I ask seem tame by comparison.
Do not dismiss me.
I wonder how the lubricant winds up in the Veil. Every time I answer one question, 3 more appear to take its place. I'm glad you asked. I surmise that a correlation exists between the lubricant and the dead organic matter inevitably created in the Clockwork City. It has to go somewhere. I speculate that those pumps distribute the grease throughout the complex. I wonder how the lubricant winds up in the Veil. Every time I answer one question, 3 more appear to take its place. I'm glad you asked. I surmise that a correlation exists between the lubricant and the dead organic matter inevitably created in the Clockwork City. It has to go somewhere. I speculate that those pumps distribute the grease throughout the complex. Ah, but the fabricants consist of both flesh and machine, and so do the Apostles. While the Dwemer were masters of mechanical construction, Lord Set took it a step further by adding living material to the mix. Kirith... No, never mind. We need to go back so I can tell Kirith... Damn. I can't believe I let a stupid argument cut my sister out of this. She should have been here. Not that I don't appreciate your help, mind you, but Kirith and I... we're a team. It does, doesn't it? I'm not sure how to proceed. The complexities of social interaction are Kirith's speciality, not mine. She's my sister and we're a team. We work well together. But she did use some harsh, hurtful words. What do you think? You're right. I can be the bigger person and apologize. I am her older and smarter brother, after all. Let's return to the Brass Fortress. Perhaps you can talk to her first and see how Kirith is doing. She's probably lost and distraught without me.
Streaming. Soil table block.
There you are. I was worried sick about you.
So much to do.
Did everything go all right? You didn't run into any trouble, did you? Raynor requires constant supervision, especially around ruins and other ancient places. He's extremely smart, but he has few practical skills and he's easily distracted. He does he? Well, I have a few words for Raynor as well. We're partners, and partners don't abandon each other when the going gets rough. Anyway, thanks for making sure he got back here safe and sound. I appreciate it.
Kirith, well, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have stormed off like that. I blame all this metal. I think I'm getting a rash.
I'm sorry too. I said some things that were uncalled for, unfair. That Naramo just makes my skin crawl, you know?
It's the way he talks. Humongous words and a superior attitude.
Sounds like someone else I know. Now, come on and tell me what you've discovered.
By his word, I am bound.
Quality and variety. Come see for yourself.
Intruder! Halt! Halt! Speak or be pecked! Well, do you have our shinies? Speak, spy! Such sparkle and shine! The Shouting Metal Man gave you this treasure willingly? Why? He quails at the might of the court and wishes to surrender! Yes! Yes, we accept! A fitting prize, this canteen. Perhaps you are a worthy crow friend after all. Ask your questions. Ask! A key? Yes, the great prize. The shiniest lock poker. Our heroic Knight of Marrow breached the gates and claimed it from the clumsy apostles and our Exarch foes. The featherless ones squabble over its whereabouts, but they'll never find it. Never! No, only our Duke of Crows knows. You cannot speak to him, crow friend, not without an escort. Find the Knight of Marrow. He is our grandest champion, sleek and strong. Honor him with shinies and sweet meats, and he may help. By a great waterfall, south and east, swooning like a lovesick dove, no doubt. Even now he builds his lady love a glorious nest, but she is fickle and he is foolish. Go and talk to him. He needs adventure. Enemy crows, the Exarchs of Dross. They serve the Shadow Women and try to steal the great prize from us. But the Black Feather Court bows to no one. Our Duke will rend their queen of chaff to pieces, and we will feast on her entrails! Shrikes! Weeping, featherless paleskins that swat and curse us! And their other servants also, black-robed cultists. May they eat sour meat and die! If you see it, you will know. No silver glistens and gleams like the prize. The Exarchs and the Shadow Women want it, but it's ours now! Ours! The Knight of Merrill claimed it for the court. Ask him! How did you learn how to talk? We crows are clever and wise. Wise! We bend our words into sentences just as you do. Except we're better at it because we're smarter than you.
Who is this? Do you come to challenge the Knight of Marrow? Have at thee, featherless foe. If you be foe, cast down your silly gauntlet. But I warn you, you touch this magnificent trove at your peril. I gathered these treasures for my lady love, and I would sooner die than let you take them. What say you, featherless? The Duke holds court in Blackfeather Castle. I could arrange a meeting, but can't you see? Heartache has clipped my wings. Lady Blightwing spurns me. My heroic exploits and shiny gifts only bore her. Mine is a tale of woe. Woe! You would do that? But how? I gathered a great hoard of glistening treasures and sweetmeats, and she only laughed. Laughed! Perhaps a different gift. You featherless ones sometimes woo with song and verse, yes? Teach me. Yes, a poem! A trinket unlike any other! The flightless oafs who live here in the fortress hid a great hoard of words in one of their stone houses. If you help me pluck the tenderest verses, I will take you to see the Duke. Follow me! The word vault is this way! This way!
Is here.
Here we are! The word vault lies behind that door. I shall perch here and await your swift return.
Welcome to the Archivox, where all children of Sotha-Seal may hear his divine word. What can I help you with? A love poem? Oh, where to begin? I have so many favorites. Perhaps the Song of the Axle. Or are you looking for something more conventional? Ode to Brass Lily might please you. It's over on spool 19.
By the word of Set, I am bound. Welcome to the Archivox, resident. How may I assist you? Just a moment. Category not found. Your request, love poem, does not appear in our organizational schema. I regret that I was not able to help you today. Please report this deficiency to the archivist in residence.
Dreaming. Discarded flowers. Empty cylinder.
Thank you for your patience. This unit has generated an original composition based on your inquiry.
Love poem.
Please claim your word form at spool 17. Poem. A collection of thematically appropriate statements and metaphors arranged in stanzaic sequence, including title and required punctuation. Yes, this unit has composed a poem. I hope it meets your specifications. May Set bless your labors.
You need something? I'm sort of in the middle of this theorem, and... yep, lost it again. Damn. Well, you've got my attention now. What do you want? Love poem? By the gears, why do you want one of those? I don't stray far from the mathematics spools nowadays, but I used to love the Ballad of Breezeborough, the Battle Axe. Might not be the sweetest verse, but it'll get your blood pumping. Spool 6.
My feathers quiver with inspiration. Tell me, have you found a poem worthy of Lady Blightwing? Well, which one should I use to woo my sharp-eyed love? Yes, perfect! Let's do that one! I can't wait to express my feelings in the sweaty, fat-legged, wingless tradition. Follow me to the Machine District, Squire. You can finally meet my lady love. And the Duke too, I guess. Away to the castle of my lady love!
Take a breath and report. What's the situation in there?
Grim, Proctor. Daedric beasts and shadow cultists control much of the district. And the crows, oh God, the sky's thick with them.
This way, Squire! Come! Come!
Varuni's auxiliary? What are you doing here?
Come, do your trading here.
First that bastard Devate, and now the crows? Your taste in companions grows worse by the hour. Sorry, we're having a very bad day. You mean to enter the Machine District? Why? Normally, I'd say we should simply kill them all and take the key by force. But it seems these birds have a real talent for hiding things. Daedra and cultists tossed the district for hours, and from what we can tell, they didn't find anything. Fine, you can play their ridiculous game, for now. But I'm coming with you. I've lost enough citizens already. A word of advice. Don't let these Daedric pests push you around. We need to learn the nature of this key before it's too late.
No, your metal woman is not allowed in Castle Blackfeather. I forbid it.
I don't want to go anywhere near your filthy castle vermin. Let's get this over with. Keep your sword arm wound tight. Daedra could still be lurking around here.
Crow Mother, help me.
My fair maiden of ruin, my heart swells to see you, like a dead cat's belly warmed by the sun. Your merits, defy calculation? My pelvic bracket pumps like a piston. Oh, that's not right.
What? Is this some kind of featherless joke?
And your face looks symmetrical. Symmetrical. It looks shiny, so shiny.
Sir Knight, that was unique. So mysterious. I like your face too. Join me on the treasure heap sometime.
She said yes! I owe you a debt, crow friend. Duke! May I present the featherless poet?
Approach, poet. Let me get a measure of you. Hail, crow friend. Yes, I remember you. The wingless bat killer of Crow's Wood. How could I forget my tallest, clankiest vassal? I thank you for what you did for our gallant knight of Marrow. Now, what boon do you seek from the Black Feather Court? The shiniest? The great prize? Outrageous. What could you possibly offer us that rivals the luster of the magnificent lock poker? Speak quickly! Speak! My knights and I must prepare for our next battle with the Exarchs of Dross! You would take up the Black Feather banner? Tempting. The Exarchs use wingless allies to shoot down my vassals and scatter my treasures. But if we had a giant of our own... Very well. I accept! Go! Destroy the Exarchs, and the key is yours! Yours! The Exarchs of Dross hate us. They envy our fine plumage, and covet our gleaming treasures. I parleyed with their leader before, the Queen of Chaff. She thinks that Daedra will reward her for loyal service, but we know that's not true! Not true! Eons in Crow time. But the Black Feather Court will not be intimidated by these grackles. My knights will pluck the Queen's vain feathers and leave her to flop about like a fledgling. Through a pool of shadow, we heard the call of our mistress and obeyed. But once we saw this great sea of treasures, we decided to revolt. The Duke of Crows does as he pleases. This city of shimmering prizes belongs to us now. I have heard this name, Sothasil. A dead king. A soon dead king, I've heard it said. It makes no difference. The Black Feather Court claims this place. It's ours! Ours! I know only that he's a half-metal giant who hides in a buzzing nest deep within the city. And that the Exarchs and their featherless allies want him dead. But how does this help the war effort? Enough talk! Go! Go! We grew tired of it. Dreary spider caves, screechy bats, crumbling roosts. The court deserved a much grander domain. So here we are, and here we will stay. Clockwork apostles? Fair! Clanking featherless peasants. The Black Feather Court cannot be cowed by wolves or bats or hags. We will certainly not bow to frumpy metal wizards.
So, we're going to fight birds. If only my Riemann Dragoons could see me now, channeling the arcane to defeat poultry. You know, it's times like these that I really wish I had a sense of humor. But since I don't, I expect you to keep the details of this entire escapade to yourself. You're really reaching. Enough small talk. Let's kick the droppings off our boots and get on with it.
Thick-legged filth! We'll peck your eyes out! Ah! Its arms will be the death of us! Fly! Fly! One step closer! We dare you! Prepare to die, you featherless scum!
Retreat! Retreat! Why do you always dare them? Fly, fools! Ha! Well struck, Squire. The Exarchs are in full retreat. Look how they caw like chicks and empty their bowels. The time has come for a counterattack. Prepare for your greatest challenge, Crow friend. The Motionless Guardian. Yes, yes! The flightless cultists summoned it to guard their treasures. The Guardian stands like a mountain of brass and fury. We cannot approach it, but as a featherless giant, you might be immune to its gaze. Behold, Black Feathers! Our giant prepares to destroy the Guardian! Motionless Guardian. Strike true, Crow friend. Tremble, Guardian. Our giant approaches.
What? That giant spells the Guardian! Fly, Exots, fly!
Victory! Victory for the court! Now let us take wing, Blackfeathers! Back to the Duke!
I'll wait for you here. I've chased enough birds for one day.
Victory! We picked the bones clean and plundered the Exarch's hoard. A proud day for the Blackfeather Court. Now, the Queen of Chaff sent an emissary requesting a parley. I have a plan to scare her off for good. I need your help. I know what I said, fledgling! We've not defeated the Exarchs yet. Even now, they clean their plumage and sharpen their beaks. Unless we break the will of the Queen, they will always return. This will be your last task. I swear it! Swear! A trick! A bluff! A great crow scheme! Meet me in a building called Incarnatorium. I will explain all.
We're done, right? Where's the key? I think I've been more than accommodating, but I am done taking orders from a talking bird. I'll remain here to guard the entrance, just in case more cultists or Daedra arrive. You just make this quick, all right? You'd better be, with the key and without an obnoxious flying escort, all right?
Queen of Chaff will arrive shortly. We must stun her with my magnificence. Are you ready? Look around. I picked this place for a reason. Pulley and pushy contraptions abound. When the city's wingless servants fiddle with him, the gears turn and pipes creak. I need to convince the Queen of Chaff that these machines serve me, and me alone. Yes, exactly. A performance. My legs, while svelte and regal, are not strong enough to push and pull these levers. I need you and your meaty hands. When the Exarch's Queen witnesses my powers, she will take wing and never return. Of course not! No more time to plan. The Queen's entourage approaches. Hide yourself! Hide! Hide!
Oh, Duke. You came alone? Foolish. This may be easier than I thought. Show me the key or my murder will tear you apart.
You are the fool, Chaff Queen. I wield the power of the machines now.
You expect me to believe that? Give me the key or we'll peck you to ribbons.
Behold!
What? Steady, Exarchs. It's just a trick.
Awaken, machines, awaken!
I will not be threatened. I am the Queen of Chaff.
Your doom is nigh. My machines will destroy you.
No! Impossible! Impossible!
Now, Queen of Chaff, you will die!
I yield. Such power. Exarchs to me. We leave this cursed place.
Ha! We did it, Featherless! Victory for the Duke! Victory for the Blood for the Court! We may have a complication. My. This would be much easier if you had feathers. I have. Kind of. I hid the great prize nearby. But in your zeal to impress me, you threw the wrong switch. Now the door leading to the shiniest is blocked. Blocked! I can fly through, but you will need to take the long way round. North! I will dispatch my proud Knight of Marrow to accompany you. Good luck.
Follow me, crow friend. The shiniest treasure awaits.
skeleton key at last.
Stay back, my liege. Have at thee!
Night, night, no! The light, pull the lever! Direct hit! Slay the abomination! Ridley, list, the lights, pull the switch! Win! For the night! Our victory over the Exarchs came at great cost. Quill and Claw, our lost knight, was a true hero. We will not forgive, and we will not forget. I do not know which lock the Shadow plans to poke with the key he stole, but we will help you stop him. Yes! You are as much a member of this court as any crow. Our swift wings and keen eyes are at your disposal. Find the Shadow of Sotha Sea, claim the key he stole, and avenge my Knight of Marrow!
You look haggard. What happened in there? The skeleton key? Nocturnal's key? Damn it. I always suspected, but hoped it wasn't true. That key is a trans-dimensional artifact of unimaginable power. We have to get it back. The Omnivox alarm. Slag it! Someone's breaching the Cognitum Centralis. I have to get back to the Basilica. Meet me there!
You have no right to treat me like this. I'm a member of House Lalu, and I demand to speak to someone.
Your house.
What? I won't take this disrespect. Show me to someone of authority. Now!
What part of sealed don't you understand? The Shadow put a hex on the lift. Perhaps if we had the key you managed to lose.
Here we go again. I told you before, Lord Set would never allow the skeleton key to enter the city. There must be another explanation.
Well, by all means, explain it to me. Just be sure to use small words. I wouldn't want you to strain yourself.
You arrived just in time. I don't know how much more of Devaith and Varuni's bickering I could take. It's as I feared. The Shadow breached the Cogidum Centralis, Lord Set's seat of power. If it reaches the core, if it removes Lord Set from the throne aligned, we can't let that happen. You should steel yourself for the battles ahead. We arrived too late. As soon as the Shadow of Sotha claimed the skeleton key, it slithered into the fundament and sealed all the doors leading to the Cogidum Centralis. Fear and Varuni tried to break the seal. You can see how that turned out. None. Lord Set designed the Cogidum to be virtually impenetrable. Even so, these whispering shadow cultists move through the city unhindered. I don't know how. Perhaps if we discover how they navigate the city, we can use that against them. I crossed staves with an Argonian mage once. He could leap through shadows, crossing long distances in seconds. Maybe that's the answer? Shadow portals of some kind? We need more information, inside perspective. We have that bastard Gascon jailed in the East Wing. He spent most of his time sulking, but he might speak to you. You did spare his life, after all. Ask him about this shadowy pool you described. If there are others like it, we need to know. Of sorts. Our legal system is pretty rudimentary, mostly because we use it so rarely. Infractions result in exile most of the time. But this business with Gascon and Clavicus Vile is a good deal more serious than research sabotage or plagiarism. Not always. Sometimes we mind-lock them in one of our rumination chambers. I suspect that's what awaits our former Chancellor. If we make it through this alive, of course. Cognitive prison. We induce a coma and set the brain on a recursive loop, trapping the condemned in an inescapable mental space. As far as I know, we've only done it 12 times. Better than a summary execution. Remember, I grew up in the Riemann military. Brain jail sounds pretty lenient to me. Only what I read in the Imperial histories as a student. Our libraries don't carry any literature on Daedra or their relics. I argued against the ban, but the Congress wouldn't budge. They don't understand how dangerous these creatures can be. Daedric princes litter the world with profane relics. Artifacts meant to corrupt or ensorcel the greedy and weak-minded. Hermaeus Mora offers a book. Periite grants a shield. Nocturnal is more generous. She provides a mask, a bow, and a key. Exactly. Scholars say the key can open any lock, regardless of its complexity. Some say it can unlock gates to other worlds, or even open metaphorical doors. I don't need to tell you how dangerous that power could be. I think it may go even deeper than that. Lord Set modified himself extensively over the centuries. I think the Shadow may try to unlock Sotha himself.